it's time for that run back. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Jumps. Rattles them with a spinning bird kick. Throw hits. Now the fun begins. Closes the gap for the grab. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Blocks the low heavy. They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage yet. Grabs them, throws them to negate the block. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Can't tech the throw? Taking stock. Throws a fireball. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. They were not cleared for takeoff. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Big counter. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this back wide open. Anti-air drops. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Perfect parry. Perfect read with the drive parry. The life remaining, they're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Going in, breaks the block with a throw. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Still slugging it out at this range. The low kick hits. This could lead to some big damage. Player one with the rhythm, owning that space. Doesn't take the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Player two is mounting a comeback. What else is up their sleeve? Hotshot. Connects with medium kick. Barely blocks the jump in. Poses them with a kick. More fuel to the fire. Hook them up. Oh, we're going full third strike with a callback Hyokusen. What are they gonna connect with the throw? Both sides get it. Sets up with the jump in. Can they use their drive to escape? Sees the overhead coming. Oh, block twist. Noticeable life lead. It throws. In attack range. Overhead. Medium. They are done. Player two really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that pushback. Opens with a perfect execution with the anti-air. Jumps. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Can't tech the throw? All right, what's coming up next? Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Finishes with the overhead. Nicely read. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player one chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Cuts in with the drive impact. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Confirm on the impact. Not a counter, but they'll take it. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Blocks it. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Gets scooped from down low. Connects with the throw. Hits them with a stop and pop. Both fighters planning something? Throws them. Both sides getting red. Drives and back misses. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? Presses for a reaction with a fireball. What are they gonna do? They both decide to ease the tension and back off. Escape the corner. Break through with the throw. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Sneaks in above. Checks him with a projectile. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Deftly shuts out the jumper. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Throws him. What's next? Trips him up. Player 2 creates a good KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. The jump-in is denied. Can't tech the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Knockdown. Hits them with a stop and bop. Player 1 keeps looking to impress with this super. Hits the Sotanranka. She's gonna give them a rabid beatdown for some serious damage. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? A quick breather. Breaks those shins. A tray. Snap overhead, but it won't work. Shows a medium kick. Impact squashed. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Manages to brush that off and keeps going. Right lead is there, but still anyway. Low heavy, but no go. The drive impact doesn't work. Connects with the throw. Who's going to take the initiative here? Player 1 can't let this close it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Zones with the fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. Player 2 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Takes a trip. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Very solid corner. They can open up this round big by brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out? Well aware of the life in meters. Really good decision making. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Now, can they finish the job? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Grabs them. Closes the gap for the grab. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Going in? Not close enough for the throw. Blocks the low heavy, hits them with a stop and bop. Throws them. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Spinning bird kick. Player 2 drops them from the air. One chance here may end this match. Drive impact misses. Lightning turning it right up with a super. Any mistake here is gonna closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Who's going to steal this win? Crowns them from above. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Gotta be careful. Hit them with a stop and bop. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Fights back, knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. The low's blocked. Blocks the low kick. Hazanchu. Which finds the target. What are they gonna do? Sets up with the jump in. Both sides getting nothing. Stops this train. Poses them with more fuel to the fire. Hook them up. Oh, come on, kid. Why would you use the super? Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so ransom. Noticeable life lead. This can lead to some big damage. Ugh, take a seat. They are done. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that runback. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Taking stock. Box him with the target combo. Combo with the target combo. The low doesn't connect. Shoots off a fireball up close. All right, what's coming up next? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Goes with KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Checking their reactions with a fireball? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Still very early in the round. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Jumps up, throws them. What's next? That throw will do some good damage. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Big throws. Going in? Serenity Stream? Max SA gauges. Hits them with a stop and pop. They choose to spend the meter to up the damage by a bit. Vintage. Both sides getting ready. Player 2 is in a kick. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Open anti-air in the clutch. The low heavy's blocked. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Lightning kicks. Ooh, you never know what the low's blocked. Looking for a hold. These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's gonna block the low kick? Poses them with a turning it right up with a super. Excellent read. Player 1 connects with the throw. This may turn into a big chance. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Target combo into... this is a complete shutdown. What a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Zones with the fireball. Jumps in. Got their eye on the air. Wow, shut down. The low kick is blocked. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Does a good job of pushing back. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. They block the overhead and... can't tech the throw. Takes a trip. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. The jump-in is denied. Impact's a no-go. Corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Snipes him out the air. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes in with the drive impact to start. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Grabs and throws him away. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Knockdown and player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably, all the throw connects. Hits the back throw to get the side step. Nothing stops this train. Uses the gauge for a super art. Oh, we're going full third strike with a callback Hyoki. Will this super art do anything? That's not gonna hit. Adds a bit of OD spice. Oh my god, they just choked it up. What's next? Player 1 can't let this simmer. Low heavy, but no go. Big drive gap now. Who will come out on top? Wraps it up with a throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Quick to overhead. Who will come out on top in this final round? A trade, but they're not worried. Drops them hard. They just said, get that jumping out of here. Both avoiding the wall like a plague. Both fighters have a full drive kick, throws them. Okay, here we knock down. Here comes the mix-up. The Jinrai? Oh, block twist. Player 2, all the throw connects. Both sides get nothing stops this train. A real test of nerve. Oh, putting the cherry on top. A jump in. Low heavy, but no go. Who's gonna take it? Risky medium kick. Player 2 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. The jump-in is denied. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Decides to meet them in the air. Combo with the target combo. Can't tech the throw. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Fires off in overdrive. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Shows a medium kick. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Throws them to negate the block. A quick breather. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Shoots off a fireball up close. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Jumps up. Full drive on deck. Blocks it. Combo. Let's go. Punish counter on reaction. The low block. Both avoiding the wall like a plague. Here comes the corner pressure. Uses that wall pressure. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Decides to meet them in the air. Overhead. Still slugging it out here. Sticks the combo. Decent damage. What's next? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Got some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Impacts a no-go. But baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Both fighters planning something? Who will capitalize on an opening first? Pops in there! Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. There's an overdrive arc. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Uses the target combo as a filler. Reaches out with the lightning kicks. Going in, player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Low heavy. Max SA gauges. Wall splat into the guard break. Sets up with the jump in. Player 1 connects with the throw. Back into the corner. What a finish! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Backs them into the corner. Knockdown. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Are they trying to bait out the jump? Opts for the throw. What are they thinking here? Big, low, reaching heavy. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Does a good job of pushing back. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Brushes off the impact. The jump-in is denied. Takes a trip. They don't need to go for anything big. Even a light tap could win this round. KO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Jump. Sticks the combo. Uses the target combo as a filler. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Big throws. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. There's a change of side. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Hazanshu gets in a Hazanshu. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Oh, flatlines them. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. They are letting it fly from the get-go. Goes to the air. The throw whips. Throws them. That throw will do some good damage. Player 1 with the rhythm owning that space. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 2 is in a very good... That throw was huge. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Oh man, this is a scary range. A jump it. This unleashes some big damage. Oh, here we go. Raw super art incoming. Oh, we're going full turn now. Fights back with authority. Are you kidding me? Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Starting off with fireballs, the lows block. Uses the target combo as a filler. Checks with a medium kick. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Neither of them willing to back off here. Gets the counter hit throw. All right, what's coming up next? Brushes off the impact. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Very critical point of the match with full drive gauge available. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position. KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Goes for the jump in. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Player two is barely hanging in there, but can still the overhead denied. KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Shows a medium kick. Barely blocks the jump in. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Ooh, you never know what sets up with the jump in. Okay, here we go. This can lead to some big damage. Player one with the rhythm, owning that space. Drops that off. Player one, this is gonna hurt. What now? Somehow manages to block the jump kick. Hotshot, getting it some real damage. Jumps. Blocks the low kick. Jumps. Ooh, crushes the shin. Who's gonna take it? Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Sets up with the jump in. Player one is in a very good spot now. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. They are done. Player one is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Shakes and crowns them from above. Spinning bird kick. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Bops him with a target combo. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. The jump in is denied. Misses the drive impact. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Life lead opens up. Takes a trip. KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Hotshot threw him off with the overhead. Blocks the low heavy. Grabs him, throws him to negate the block. Closes the gap for the grab. Manages to block the jump in attack. Smart play with the throw. Player one will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side kick. Soup the low, knockdown and super clutch. Oh, yo, rock super hit. Yo, kicking off their facial features with the Hayoku-sen. Walls flat into the guard break. A fireball at that range? We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Opens with the fireball. The low kick hits. Hits them with a stop and bop. Which fighter will get Hotshot? What are they gonna do? Lightning kicks. Amazing. Quick medium poke. This can lead to some big damage. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. A jump in sets up with the jump in. Getting up close and personal. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Jump. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Drive impact misses. Denies the jump in attempt. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.